Hey everybody, we are in Greensboro, North Carolina. This is the Greensboro Journey KOA, and we just recently sold our house and went full time. And basically, we had some stuff that we in storage that we are now moving in a U-Haul truck. There's a U-Haul truck over there that Kimberly's walking back to. There's us again, and so anyway, we're on the way to Charlotte, North Carolina, basically, and this was a pit stop for us. So this is the entrance to the KOA. And that's a pool. So I'm just gonna kind of ride my bike around a little bit and show you this campground so you can see it. We stayed here before with the little trailer maybe a year or two ago, and now we were here with our large Paradigm Alliance rig. So our camper is like 40 feet long, and you can see it fits in the site, and we even with the truck in front of it. This is where they have a lot of the bigger rigs sitting. And like I said, I'll ride my bike around so you can get a kind of look at everything. The main feedback we gave on this campground the last time, there was like two main things. Number one, we thought that the sites were a little tiny bit narrow. Like we've been in narrower places, but we felt that it was just a hair narrower than I guess we would like. And you can see here we had to actually put some wood underneath the jack there because this is a little bit on a hill. And then the second piece of feedback that we had about this site was there was some road noise. We don't really hear that much road noise in this site. When I do the bicycle tour or whatever, I'll show you where the road is. Basically, it's on the other side of where all those campers are. So I guess the 30 amp area would have more road noise, and the 50 amp area would have a whole lot less. And this is where the pull throughs are, and they're all on this slight little hill. It wasn't like ridiculous by any means, as you can see, but there is a slight little hill here. So this is the pool. The pool goes from I think about 8 feet to about 3 feet. It gets rather deep, rather fast, but you know it is nice. It has a varying depth. We were at 1 KOA. I think Milton, and it was all 3 feet. So it's really nice that you actually can get, in a little deeper water. So I'll do a little bike tour of the campground for you guys. This, like I said, this is mainly going to be a campground review where you just get to see what's in the campground if you bring your camper here. So you roll up to the registration, you go in, you do the paperwork, whatever, you register with them, and then they take the golf cart out and show you where to camp and everything. They do give you a goodie bag. I'll explain the goodie bag later on in the video. So anyway, we camped over here last time, maybe a year or two ago, with a Jeep and the little camper. And then we have our fifth wheel. And in the last video, like I said, I was complaining about the road noise because we were right up here in front. And you could hear it pretty much all night. With where we're at now, like there's no road noise. So I guess it really just depends on which site you get. So here's an example of one of the front sites, and you can see it's pretty nice looking. And I think there's about 3 rows of pull-throughs, and I guess it depends on your length to where they put you. But it seemed to me like these 3 rows were mostly travel trailers. Even though there's a fifth wheel and there's a Class A, but it seemed like down here was mostly travel trailers and mostly your smaller rigs. And then the area that we were up in seemed like it was mostly your larger rigs. So up here, here's a coach, and then right past it is a Class A, and then our so we're right past that little red vehicle. If you watched KYD recently with Mark and Trish and everything, I think that they were kind of up in this area too. It was just kind of coincidental that we stayed here and they stayed here right in the same kind of time frame. And like I was saying, even though this looks level, it's not really super level. As in, like, we couldn't even get the camper to auto level because it was so unlevel. And we had to just put some wooden blocks under the front of the camper. But just a little, 3 inches of additional length, and then it leveled fine. It wasn't a big deal. But I just wanted to point that out to you, just so you knew that. We're going to head to the back of the campground now. I don't think that they normally have people camp here in the back. I could be 100% wrong, but we've been here twice. We've never camped back here. But I was just riding my bike around, just kind of exploring and stuff. And so you've seen the 3 rows that are near the pool. That looked kind of desirable. That was like kind of travel trailery stuff mostly. And then you saw the larger ones that were kind of like on a hill. And then they have back here too. This is they have the pedestals and everything back here. Maybe it's unfinished. I'm not sure, but they have picnic tables back here. They look to me like they're sites. It looked a little bit more difficult to get into these sites. I don't think these would be the sites that I would necessarily want to be in, just because they look so much more difficult to get into. But they do have some additional sites back here in the back, just so you can see what they are. And I'm just going to head right back to the front basically now and kind of see what I can find up here. So there's a class, let's see, some 5th wheels near the back. So these must be back end sites. Maybe they're pull-throughs. No, they're probably pull-throughs, I guess. And if you didn't notice, like, the different grading and stuff along the side, it is kind of built on the side of a hill, but they did kind of do a lot of effort to try to grade all this. And I'm not going through the sites that people have rented out, but I'm going through empty sites intentionally, just so you can see kind of like what's on the inside of the sites, to see what they look like. I think that looks like more like a seasonal person, so maybe back in that area where we were going was a little more seasonal. That's kind of what I'm kind of guessing at. And this would be the front 3 rows that we had talked about a few minutes ago, I guess, where you see mostly travel trailers. And when we had our travel trailer, we were kind of where that black Class A was that we just parked. We lived past. That was kind of the area. I think I could go back in the video and maybe look to see where we camped, but I think it was kind of in this area, and a very short distance to the pool, which is nice. This is a Journey, and that's the U-Haul that we're using right now to move our stuff. So anyway, the Journey KOAs I think are intended to be more like pit stops, sort of like where you stay at overnight. I don't think they're necessarily designed to be like a resort full of like a million amenities. And this is a very convenient location, and being in Greensboro, it's kind of the halfway point between the Washington D.C. area and Charlotte, at least for us. And so like our channel and our stuff, we just sold our house, and everything that we own is either in that little U-Haul that you see there, or it's in our camper. And so what's in the U-Haul specifically? And yeah, there's some cabins here. So what's in that U-Haul specifically? It's mostly like pictures and you know, like baby blankets and things that you don't want to just like throw out, so to speak. I mean, there is some stuff in there that isn't something that we feel like we have to hold on to, but we do feel like we have to hold on to it like enough that we don't want to get rid of it. Like maybe like golf clubs or something that you may not use on a day-to-day basis. We do have some of that stuff, but it's amazing. I mean, we got it all in that little U-Haul, and that U-Haul, if we were to open it up, you'd be surprised. I think it's only like half full. It's pretty good that we were able to pare down the humongous house we had to such a small little area. So I'm going to go through and now talk to you a little bit about the goodie bag that they gave us. So I'll just like switch the footage over so you can see that. Hey YouTube, we were at the Greensboro KOA, and when we checked in, they gave us this neat little bag. Inside the bag was a bunch of kind of cool stuff. First off, there's a Greensboro visitor's guide, and I found this guide like really kind of cool. We weren't here long enough to really use it, but like right here, it includes a map of like Greensboro and all the things to do in the area. And I wish like every KOA gave you something like this. I mean, this is just so cool. It shows you the downtown area and where the museums are, and stadiums and stuff. And then you know, if you flip through the guide, they actually have visitor information and maps and like little kind of tidbits, phone numbers and stuff, like So if you do decide that you need to, set up a reservation, yeah, like really cool thing. I wish all the KOAs did that. And they have this little kind of inspirational little message on their little bag. Winning doesn't always mean being first. Winning means you're doing better than you've done before, which I thought that was kind of cool. Then they also gave us this Camper X guide that I didn't actually look through. It looks like just like kind of some KOA stuff. Then I remember the last time we were here, we got the same thing, and I always thought it was kind of odd. They gave us 2 packages of lentils, Indian Madras lentils, and I think last time we tried them we didn't like them. Maybe you like them, I don't know, but we didn't like those. And then, what is this? It's from the lentil place also. I don't know. It's a little hanging little thing. I guess maybe it's a smelly little thing. I don't know. And there's 2 bottles of water that we already took out of the bag. So anyway, yeah, cool little gift bag. I think it's cool. The bottles of water were kind of nice. The lentils I don't really care about, but that little visitor's guide, I mean, I don't know. That was like really cool. So anyway, we are getting ready to head out, and we will see you guys around. Hopefully you enjoyed the little bike tour of the campground. So just like most of the journeys, we are getting back on the road to head to Charlotte. This was just a one-night stay for us. We did not stick around Greensboro for any reason at all, and we're still kind of getting used to this whole driving a humongous truck. And this is what the journey looked like between DC and Charlotte. It mostly was either me following her or her following me. And I'm kind of lucky because I have the cruise control that is automatically changing speed and stuff, and she doesn't. So anyway, we will see you guys around, and please like and subscribe.